Hey, y'all. Welcome back.
Yes, we were away for a week. We missed a week.
We missed a week, yes.
Because I was away for a wedding.
Yes.
That was so much fun. It was Cousins by the Dozens, and I just showed Lizz a short video that I took of my cousin doing a choreographed dance with
Footloose!
Yes, with his daughter. So the typical father-daughter dance started out kind of a waltzy foxtrot thing, and then they stopped and they went into Footloose, and it was so cute. Very cute. And if you wanted to think about it, the weather on that Saturday was superb.
Oh God, it was gorgeous. I went to see Waitress with Emily that day.
Right.
Oh my God, glorious day. We sat and knit in Bryant Park. It was great.
Terrific. So this was down in South Jersey at a yacht club, and my cousin turned to me and said, "You know, this is only the second time I've been in this yacht club." I said, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, the first time was for the Miss Avalon contest. Don't you remember?" I went, "No, I don't remember." But I was in the Miss Avalon contest. I was second runner-up, so you can see how great I was there. But I did make the float. And this was a lunch that they had. It was really sweet. And that summer, I was on the float a couple different times, so that was a riot. So he remembered being there. I was kind of shocked because I didn't remember being there at all. And so the wedding was outside on the patio. Gorgeous, like trumpet dress. Mm-hmm. And then as we're gathering family members to stand on the steps to take a picture, a workboat, a big work barge went by, pulling on its horn and then waving, and it was really nice.
That's special.
Yes, it was very special. Yes.
That's great.
So we had a really good time.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So
and I went to see Waitress, and it was fantastic.
Is that where she makes an apple pie?
Well, she makes all of the pies.
All of the pies.
She makes all kinds of pies.
But on the stage? They actually, I think there's a pie that is actually made.
It's not. So she puts together the ingredients. I do not believe they are the correct amounts of ingredients, nor are they all of the ingredients to make a pie.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
But she does knead out and put pie crust in a pie tin. And she properly rolls it out and all that.
Cool.
At one point. Yeah.
Very cool.
No, yeah. It was really good. Like, really good. And it also smells phenomenal. When you walk into the theater, it smells amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So then on Thursday, we went and saw. I'm waiting.
We're waiting.
Hamilton.
Yes.
An American musical.
Which is fabulous.
We saw it with Javier. We saw with Javier Munoz as Alexander Hamilton and Gregory Trico as Burr. And we also saw Brian Darcy James as King George III.
Oh,
the first, the sixth.
He was so good.
Oh my God, so good. Like, you know what to expect if you've heard the soundtrack. But you don't understand
the facial expressions,
everything they do on stage
to really bring it out.
It's just the choreography and the direction of it are just perfect,
superb.
And the staging of it is just. The set is very simple but very impactful, and it's just beautiful.
It's very usable, very usable,
and it was phenomenal. Mandy Gonzalez and Lexi Lawson were amazing as Angelica and Angelica and Eliza, and that was just amazing. It was just so amazing. It really was
good. Now, we've had these tickets for, 9 months?
11 months, actually.
11 months.
Yes, I bought them June 9th.
Okay.
Something like that.
Let me tell you, we were in the almost to last row.
And that took work to get those seats.
So, you could see everything, though.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I mean, the theater is rather small.
It's at
one of the ushers came and said the bathroom's all the way downstairs, which is 66 steps. Well, total 66 steps, but it's a small theater. There's a first floor and a mezzanine. I think that's about it. And then, of course, they have the dress circles. Mm-hmm. It was just amazing. And we had dinner at Dutch Fred's.
Yep.
I called it a kiddie bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, but good food.
I mean, it's good food. It's
it really
fun.
is good food,
I
and
mean,
it's a block away from the theater.
And it's decent. It's decent food for a decent price. So.
Decent prices, and they were quick. So and the show on Thursday was at 7:00.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes it's really difficult to get served, you know, ordered and served and out by 8, much less 7. But this was really fantastic. So I would have to say, you know, 2 thumbs up to Dutch Fred's.
Yeah.
On all of that.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice to have the show at 7 because then we got home probably
at a decent
around
hour
11:30.
Because you had to go to work the next day.
I had to go to work the next day.
I did not.
No.
It's the end of the semester, and our semester's finished on Wednesday, and then we have exams this week, and I still have to make up the exams.
Oh.
Yes, that's later this evening, I think. I've made up the alternative to the graduate class because the registrar figures out when the exams are going to be, and inevitably, at least every other year, there is an exam of mine on the Saturday of Mother's Day, which usually it's just a problem for me because I made a vow 14 years ago when my mother turned 75 that I would spend Mother's Day weekend with her. Well, that means driving, and it means we have to be there on Saturday. So what I do is I make up an online exam so that I'm online at the same time as the students are online, and I have my cell phone with me so they can text me, they can email me, we can hammer out questions, that kind of thing. But it's also during graduation time of several schools. So I had several students, I'd say at least, oh goodness, my nose itches, 3 who have siblings who are graduating from college that day.
No.
And then my school this year has decided to have a senior week. And that Saturday starts the senior week. I said,
why? If you have finals, how are you doing that to them?
I didn't do anything to them.
Not you,
the registrar did it. So I had people ask me to change the date of the exam. And I really can't do that because then it would double up exams for somebody on a different day. So there really is no pleasing anybody about this. So even though they're online exams, they felt they couldn't. And I do them at the time of the exam. So it's just that we have to be online together rather than in the same room together. But that apparently wasn't sufficient flexibility for some people. So anyway, I made
I mean, if they're at a graduation for a sibling,
it can be very difficult.
Very difficult. You never know what the timing
I made
of
up
that
a paper topic, and they can choose to do that.
That works.
So, of course, it would really be helpful to me if everybody chose it, but that's not going to happen, I know. So anyway, did you finish anything this week? Or 2 weeks?
I finished the socks. I probably showed those off a week ago. Or a week and a half ago.
Okay.
Those, I finished the Chapelle socks for my friend Emily.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Yep. And I gave them to her, and they fit.
Oh, right.
And so that's really good.
So that was last weekend.
That was last weekend. And then I don't think I have finished anything else. I have a swap that is a week late because I ordered stuff off of Amazon. And one of my things isn't supposed to show up until Tuesday. And I even got a little message, or it was supposed to show up this past Wednesday. It has not showed up. They now say by next Tuesday, or this coming up Tuesday. Nice. Amazon has now given me a note saying that if it doesn't show up by Wednesday, we'll discuss other options.
There is no other option.
There is no other option. Like, yeah, exactly. So I think I'm going, and honestly, I've slightly lost my knitting mojo with everything, and I don't know. It's weird. So I am trying to finish up the second handmade for my swap person, so that I can get that sent out without the last piece. Possibly, I was hoping to get it sent out today, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it might be on Monday. So I've been working on the Star Shower Cowl.
Oh, pretty. That is so pretty.
I'm on section 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on section 5, finishing section 5. I'm about to start section number 6.
How many sections are there?
6, but I kind of want to make it 7 sections, just make it a little bit bigger. Just so that it has a bit more wearability. And that's in Nerd Girl Yarns Heart You in the colorway Claude, which is no longer available, unfortunately. But yeah, so that'll go with the big cowl as well that I made earlier that I showed you. And then I had it saved with the iPad. I had the page saved with the iPad.
Oh, okay. Never.
Sorry, but now, there. It's fine.
Because that says one.
I know.
To me, that's late.
I know. We'll
discuss it later.
So,
we're having a discussion.
What I'm working on in my lap, however, right now, is this socks. So,
and they're gorgeous.
So, these are the fidget socks in the Chapelle sock yarn. It's not a Zauberball, so I don't, let me see, what is it called? It is called Ambient. And it's super fun. I haven't found a pattern to the colors. And this has been my purse project, my Subway project, my pull out almost any time project. And instead of course, starting the Star Shower Cowl 2 weeks ago or something like that, I was working on these, but I made the heel. I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel, and I'm not sure if it's the fact that I did a 56 stitch foot or what. I mean, 1, my foot is slightly too long of the sock, and 2, the heel is really tight, like not the actual heel, but like across my ankle, like the top of my ankle, it's pretty tight.
Oh, you know what? The knitting expat has afterthought with a modified gusset. So it's not as much of a gusset as the usual sock. And I have some of her patterns. So it's included in some of her patterns. So you can look it up and check it out. Okay. So we'll report back.
Because, yeah, I mean, the heel part is okay. I made the foot a little too long because I just kept knitting. And knitting, and knitting, and knitting. So it's a touch too long, but all else fails, I can throw it in the wash and probably shrink it a little bit.
Potato masher time.
Not even, probably. Probably just throw it in the wash. But I figure if I do the same amount or just maybe 1 pattern repeat less for the other foot, that'll be fine. Okay.
It's 4 rows?
It's a 6-row repeat.
Okay.
Or I just make them the same size and then I throw them in the wash. Because they're going to be a little different anyways, because I think there's some, I think I did, like, I missed a rest row on some of them.
Well, it happens. But with the yarn, I don't think anybody's going to see it.
No one's going to see it. But it's really pretty.
It's gorgeous.
There you can see the pattern. And the yarn is really soft. Like, it's pretty soft on the outside, but even the purl side on the bottom of the foot is pretty soft.
Oh,
which is really interesting. I think it's because I think it's tight. It is a tightly spun yarn. Yes. But it's also like springy. It's hard to describe. It's a very round
Oh, it's
yarn.
Chapelle?
Yeah, Chapelle.
It's lovely.
It's a very round yarn. So I only have this much left of the first sock, and then I will cast on for the second sock. They're 50-gram balls. So
right, so 100 grams, 2 socks out of 100 grams.
Yeah, and so I think I should be able to get to about the same size.
We'll see. It'll be close.
It'll be close. I figure if I can get it to about here, I'll do ribbing for the rest. Because I like them ribbing to match. Because my boots that I wear in the wintertime tend to be a little bit taller. So, especially if I wear my ankle boots, I like to have my socks come above them if I'm wearing them with jeans. so that they don't hit my leg and cause problems. But I've been working on that. I don't know if I've worked on this since we last saw it, but I have my hat, which I was working on last week while I was here at the house, or 2 weeks ago while I was here at the house. I think I mostly was working on the socks and the star shower. Yeah. These past 2 weeks. But I also have not. I don't know. It's been quite a busy 2 weeks. Just
well, Ben was here.
Yes.
And we've been to
I've been to 2 Broadway shows and just trying to get
and getting back and forth because us getting to the Broadway show total was 8 hours.
Yeah.
We left the house at 3. Mm-hmm. 2:45. Mm-hmm. Something like that. No, we left the house at 3 to catch the train to get, because of course President Trump was in town that day. We've had these tickets for 11 months, and he picks that day to visit New York and visit the Intrepid Museum, which is a battleship that was on the same street that our theater was on the west side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of driving in as we had intended to and then taking she and Ben home, no, we took the train. I did get a walk out of it, which was nice, and realized that I need to get a Stairmaster or an elliptical, because while I can walk almost for days on a flat, I'm not good on the up and on the
those
ups.
66 stairs
made me breathless, and it was awful.
Rough, yeah.
So I do need to see about getting an elliptical. I think an elliptical, Stairmaster. Have to see. Anyway, I've been busy.
What have you been working on, Mom?
Well,
what have you finished? I know you finished things.
All right, so
you were very excited.
So yes, within the Harry Potter Club. And by the way, I'm looking like this because we moved the boat today. So we took it from Oyster Bay over to Port Washington. So yes, I'm somewhat windblown.
And I'm either windburn or sunburn. I can't tell.
I don't.
And it's only slight. I'm definitely pink.
And I'm wearing my Slinky trees. I have multiple layers on, and I
have multiple layers on under this sweatshirt, but my toes are still cold.
Colder during the day.
My toes are still cold, and I'm not okay with this situation. And of course, I'm the only person who does not have foul weather gear. So it started to rain, and I was like, I'm going downstairs. And that is where I stayed, because I helped.
It was cold, then wet and rainy.
Yeah,
it was just great.
Just not fun.
But we got the boat back home with nobody hurt. Nothing hurt on the boat. Nothing broke.
Yeah,
it was a successful day. So anyway, one thing I finished was a miniature cupcake.
It's super cute.
Let's see. There you go. You can see the little sprinkles on the top, and here's
adorable. Before she put it together, it kind of looked...
It looked really dorky.
It looked like a derpy acorn.
It did. But now I think it definitely does look, like
a cupcake.
Cupcake.
And that could be
you could pop it right in your mouth.
That could be a very nice little needle cushion.
Yes, that's what I thought. So I did finish that. And then, and that was for... Headmistress, yes. And then I've done a hat for the preemie baby ward here at our local hospital. So I finished that, which took one evening. And then I also made a baby blanket, which is 24 inches square.
It's very nice.
And it is out of, I think this may be acrylic, but this is washable LRA.
Nice.
And so it is all washable. And what it is, it's one ginormous granny square, which no one has yet complained about. I really don't think preemie babies really care. And honestly, a friend of ours, I think I've mentioned before, has had a premature baby. And she didn't care either. It was just so nice to have something that was handmade that
someone actually took time to think about and to do.
So I think that this will be just lovely. And I think I called it Sunshine.
Yeah.
So I'm really pleased about that. So that is finished.
Nice. What else have you been working on?
Well, I finished something else. So let me get my photo up.
This was so freaking cute. She finished.
There. I finished a fox, the Woodland fox.
And it's adorable.
Well, we'll see.
It's adorable.
There. Oh, there. That looks good.
Yeah.
It really is cute. As we mentioned, a friend of mine, her daughter was going into the hospital, and I wanted to make something for her. So I made the Woodland fox, and she has named it, I think, in 4 languages. The gender of the fox changes depending on which language she has used.
That's adorable.
So
that's
cute.
So Shauna. Like,
yes.
That fits the owner so well. Like, yes, in this language, she is this. In this language, he is this.
Yes. So, so she has it, and it seemed to go over like gangbusters. So that's good. I have started trying to swatch for this.
Good.
So you can see I'm casting on. I wanted to cast on a few more stitches, I think. Maybe 10. We'll see. And so I can get a swatch out of this. So then we'll know how we can start planning for that scarf. So I've started that. And then I think I mentioned that one of my sweaters, my favorite red sweater, I found a hole in it.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think I'm going to go back to storing my sweaters in plastic bags.
Yeah, that's what you had said.
So, anyway, this is the yarn.
It's neighborhood, isn't it?
Yes, it is neighborhood.
It's neighborhood graffiti.
Yes.
In Basquiat.
Basquiat. And he was an avant-garde painter.
Ah.
So here's that. And it knits up like this.
Really lovely.
So I have a pattern in Rowan Knitting and Crochet Magazine. I think it's number 50. Yes, number 50. And it is Peggy that I chose to start with, because I wanted to use a certain kind of yarn, and when I went searching, this was the pattern that kind of popped up. Now, Peggy is ribbing all the way up, and I'm not sure that I want to do that. So what I'm thinking of doing is doing the ribbing up to the waist, and then stopping the ribbing from there. So maybe doing the ribbing up through the waist, and then letting it kind of come out. So I'm going to be...
This is pretty.
Isn't that pretty? It's got a keyhole.
Oh, it has a keyhole. Okay.
Well, you don't have to have that deep a keyhole.
Yeah,
that's Connie.
Cool, though. Connie is very cool.
This book is full of really pretty patterns. Let's see if I can actually... see if I can find the big color picture of this. I happen to like Rowan patterns, so God bless you.
Thank you.
Look at that.
That's cute.
I'm telling you, that's really cute. That would suit you.
I don't know what color. I mean, yes, it would suit me.
It would suit you. That's pretty too.
It's all very pretty.
Yes. Coming there. Here's Peggy. There's Peggy. See Peggy?
Very good.
Very nice. So anyway, this is what I'm working. This is my Peggy. But it will be modified. So I started that, of course, just before the new season or the new term at Harry Potter started. What's in here? Oh, and then the other thing. No, that goes with this. The other thing I started was a pair of socks, because I cannot be
projectless.
Well, not only that, but obviously I'm just an idiot. So I have this little tiny sock started, because this yarn was staring at me over there.
Oh, that's the swap and
all
remnants
the colors
going to Tanya.
Yes. So I started it, and it's going to be a Hermione
Nice.
Sock by Erica Lueder. So I have those here, but what I really am concentrating on
is that Peggy.
Well, no.
You have another?
Yes. My dress.
Right. Do you still want me to look? I'm sorry, I didn't look and see if anyone had it up. Do you still want me to see if
Yes, that would be lovely. So anyway, this, and what is that? Oh, are you sure that's a t-shirt or?
Something like that.
We'll look it up.
Hold on. Here,
it is obviously Nerd Girl. I mean, is there anything else? And I do want to get that Amelia, but we just won't tell you.
That's fine. You can send it to me.
So this is the neck. And what I'm doing is and this is another pattern. This is the pattern I was talking about that is I'm digging for the book. If people wonder what the heck is going on, I'm digging for the book. It's a Norah Gaughan. When I bought this, which is a Kim Hargreaves, because they had a number of sweaters that were lace. I've got a lot of lace up here, and I'm not really a shawl person. I'm a sweater person.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is Akin, and I'm going to be modifying Akin, of course. I can't leave a pattern alone. So
never.
Here is Akin, and this is the collar here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make the collar, and then when I get done with the collar, which needs to be 10 inches, I'm going to leave those stitches live, and I'll put them on a holding piece of yarn. And then I said I was going to do the cuffs on the sleeves in this color.
Are you sure about that t-shirt?
Are you sure about that t-shirt? So I'll make those, and then I'll put those stitches live on holding yarn, and then I will start from the bottom and do the hem in this. And then
are you still modifying it to be A-line?
I'm going to make the bottom, the skirt, about 3 sizes larger than me, and then kind of work it up that way.
Okay.
So that's my plan. And so this is the coordinating yarn.
It looks so nice.
I really like it. So I was looking to see if there's any, if you can find if there's any more, if you can get in touch with your nerd girl friends, or.
Yeah, I will take a look.
Do you think Krista might?
We could message her.
Yeah, that would be nice, because then I can alternate it skeins on the hem.
Mm-hmm. Before I leave today, let's message her
and see if she could do that. That would be great. And then we could also order the Amelia, because the sweater that developed a hole
is true
bright red, and I would like to get a bright red sweater to replace it within my color wardrobe. So anyway, that's this, and it needs to be finished in 3 months. So I have been trying to work on that. I mean, I got this done, which was a class. I got the hat done, which was a class. I got Quidditch. Oh, that muffin was a Quidditch, and then headmistress was. They're doing writing. I really don't get it. And then within our small little group, they want you to count stitches. Well, I'm not counting the stitches in my crochet because it's an ever-expanding set of stitches. So it's not like I can do the math and figure out, oh, well, this is how many rows, and if I multiply it by that, that's not what it does. As I said, I got Grace because of a couple sweaters in here that are, I believe, lace weight and either pullovers or cardigans.
Nice.
That looked pretty interesting to me. Let's see if I can find 1 or 2 of them. This, I mean, it's just a plain sweater, but it just spoke to me. And as I said, I've got a plain sweater, and some of the multicolor lace that I've got, I think would be really good. So
as an example of how my 2 socks will not be the same, I just totally missed a pattern row, not a rest, and did it as a rest row.
Right, and then here's another lace weight.
Ooh, that's really quite
pullover.
pretty.
Isn't that really pretty?
See, you got that. I got my random fandom.
Did you?
Month. Yes. So this is random.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. It's inspired by Falling Skies. It's called
Conspiracy.
Cochise.
Cochise. It's an Indian. It was an Indian chief.
Well, this is I believe he's a rusted robot type of thing.
Oh, could be, but the original Cochise was an Indian chief.
So it's on Conspiracy, which is why it's a little shiny. And I thought it would look great with my handbook for the undead, or for the recently deceased. However, because originally I was going to do my Tin Man with the handbook for the recently deceased, if you put Cochise with Tin Man, look at that.
Ooh. Cochise was the leader of the Apaches during the Apache Wars in 1861. And he persisted until a peace treaty in 1872. Cochise County, Arizona is named after him.
Let's see. A character on the television series Falling Skies. Falling Skies is an American science fiction post-apocalyptic dramatic series. Boston University history professor who becomes second in command of the 2nd Massachusetts Militia Regiment, a group of civilians and fighters fleeing post-apocalyptic Boston following an alien invasion that devastated the planet 6 months before the events of Season 1.
Okay.
If you were curious. So, I'm pretty sure it's a steampunk alien.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. So, I thought that might work well with Tin Man, and it looks so good. It does. It's not reading well on screen. I don't know why.
I also like it with the other one.
I like it. I might do something with the 3 of them or just the 2 of them. Yeah. Because
it's hard to say. I like them.
Yeah. I wasn't sure about it. Or mostly I think I just wasn't sure about keeping this guy around. But I really like them. And I was really excited about that. And then I placed a super, super cheeky order on Friday.
Did you?
Yes, because Thursday was May the 4th.
It was. May the 4th be with you.
Yes, exactly. And so there's a dyer, Pandia's Jewels, who did a Star Wars Fade kit. And she had a colorway that was specifically for Leia / Carrie Fisher. And its name is called Drowned in Moonlight, which is a reference to her quote about asking George Lucas why she couldn't wear a bra during, specifically with the white outfit. And he said, because it would kill you in in space, it would kill you. And she goes, I want that on my tombstone, drowned in moonlight and suffocated by her bra. Or something to the effect, I'm paraphrasing. And so the colorway was called Drowned in Moonlight, but at the time, you could not get that colorway by itself. She brought back a bunch of her Star Wars colorways for May the 4th, and pre-orders were open Thursday through tonight, I believe. And I got the last two of Drowned in Moonlight on the Snug, and then I got a third on her Sparkle base, because I'm going to make a Poetry in Motion by Elena Novelle.
Which is what?
Which is a lace cardigan.
Oh,
a fingering weight lace cardigan.
Very nice.
Short sleeve. I'm very excited. I'm about to pull it up here.
Oh, please do. Because I've got so much lace up there.
It's fingering. I mean, you could hold it double.
You just said lace.
It's a lace fingering weight.
Fingering weight. Oh, I don't have any fingering weight.
No, not at all. You could drown just in your fingering weight.
Yes, you could.
Yeah. Oh, Nodell, not Novell. So
that is pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Love the blue one.
Work iPad.
That is really pretty.
It's quite pretty. Emily has one and wears it all the time. And so I thought that would be nice. I will look up.
Of course, we will try to put these in the show notes.
Yeah.
You have to remember all that we talked about.
I will try to. I try to every week.
Any news updates on the Nerd Girl meetup?
We have opened registration.
Oh, wow. And how much is this?
Registration is $110.
Okay,
and that covers the room rental from the hotel.
Really?
Yeah, that covers room rental.
For how many nights?
No, room rental.
Oh, room rental for the people.
Event.
Got
for the event, not hotel room.
I'm glad you clarified.
Yeah, no, that covers a room for us to hold the event in, which includes food, like one meal, I think. I don't know. I think it also I think we're including lunch in that. The classes.
So the
goodie
classes
bag.
aren't separate. Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, the classes aren't separate. Any breakout sessions, any evening things we do, that are like within the building. Obviously, if we want to go out to see a movie, that is extra. If we want to go out to dinner, or when we go out to dinner, that'll be extra. But it covers pretty much the admin for renting the room and for being able to hold the event. It covers the goodie bags that we're doing.
Very
it covers,
nice.
It covers a good amount. And 110 was what we felt was the most reasonable for everyone to be able to do. We do have a room block set aside at the Drury Inn in Independence, Missouri, and which you can find all this info at the Nerd Girl site under the retreat link that we will put below. No, she's got a
retreat link
because we're doing the registration through the site.
Got it.
So you can find all that information there. We do have a room block, and rooms are like $130 a night, which really isn't bad.
And how long does this retreat go for?
It's Friday, Saturday. So people are showing up on Thursday, and then leaving on Sunday.
Is there a marketplace?
We are working that out.
Glad I asked.
Nerd Girl Yarns will be there in full force.
Yeah.
We're trying to determine if we can invite other people or if that will be a further in the future years kind of thing.
It takes a lot to get something started.
It's the first year. We're trying to figure things out.
By the way, I just realized my glasses. I got my new glasses.
Yes.
So I can see now with both eyes. How cool is that?
So that's the colorway I was talking about.
Ooh.
Isn't it gorgeous?
That really is.
You can't see it. It's too...
there.
It's gunmetal, a blue, a purple.
It's really pretty.
It's just so pretty. And I told myself that if she ever sold it individually, that it was coming home. And so it's being sold individually and it's coming home. But yeah, so that's what... I can't wait till it shows up at my door. I'm so excited.
That is very exciting. That is absolutely thrilling.
And then
there's more. What?
Nerd Girl released her new colorways. The Fantastic Beast colorways.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know about this.
Oh. I just realized that the light has changed significantly since we started because the light from my iPad is now lighting up our faces. Which is fine. It happens.
There.
That's a little better. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Niffler's cool.
Niffler's really pretty.
Black and blue. Chimichangas.
So, Chimichangas is Deadpool. So this is also some more Suicide Squad, so it's Stranger Things, Deadpool. I think there's some more Suicide Squad. And then there's Doctor Strange and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So I'm Not Flirting. That's what's her name? Queenie.
That is so pretty.
Isn't it so pretty? Neen wants to get a sweater's quantity of that, reasonably
That is so nice.
Oh, and there's some new Supernatural colorways for those of you who really like that. And then Niffler is just gorgeous.
Yes.
And Akame I'm
Very
thinking of a
nice.
sweater in that. And then that's Newt coat.
Nice.
I rewatched the movie this week, and I realized that I'm imagining his coat being a lot more teal than it is in the movie, which is fine. So I think I might still do a dark blue. It's like a medium, really beautiful blue. So I'm thinking I still might do that coat idea. But I'm also thinking of doing a like waistcoat kind of thing. It's from, the pattern I'm thinking of is from Needles and Artifice. It's a, hold on, let me look it up. I believe it's called a waistcoat. And Artifice.
It's not that thing?
No, it's this one. Frock coat. The Legacy frock coat.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking that
That's really nice.
in either Acme or Niffler.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking Akami.
Yeah, I am too. But yes. Oh, and Frank. That's also that's the Thunderbird. And Deer Claw. Call, I think. Doesn't say. Sometimes she leaves a clue as to their
What they are.
As to the fandom.
11 is pretty.
11, that's from Stranger Things. Yeah, which is again, it's a pink and like the jean blue.
Really nice.
Yeah. And then I'm Not Flirting is a peach with a deep, deep blue, like what Queenie wears in the movie.
There's so many pretty things. I just
so
can't
many pretty.
knit fast enough.
I know. The thing is, I know once I swatch for the Newt coat, once that comes in, it's going on the needles. So I have to get a bunch of. I have to finish the socks. I have to finish the swap project, finish the socks, then finish at least 2 sweaters of my own, and then finish the
Sounds
sweater
like
for
a lot
Grandpa.
of pressure.
It is, but I also don't want to order
Right.
something that I know I'm going to cast on immediately, when I also have like 2 other things I want to cast on that I'm like sitting on being like, no, you can't do that. You have other things to finish.
Right.
But yeah, so those are all of the pretties and everything that I can think of. I mean, we moved the boat today, so I'm a little tired.
Really? I'm going to be a little sore, I think.
I'm going to be a little sore. I mean, I'm not super tired. I'm just like...
Well, we put the mane on yesterday. What else did we do? Put the mane on. We attached the bimini structure, put the bimini on, then covered the bimini. So we did a lot of...
you did a lot of the prep.
Superstructure. Luckily, we had some friends with us that helped us move the boat, which was nice because it got so cold.
It was so
I'm
cold.
just now getting to the point where I think I can take my jacket off. And this was not my outer jacket.
No.
So it was...
I had a hat on and the hood of my sweatshirt the entire time.
It was just cold, and it just got colder. It seemed like it got colder all day. Now, I know that when you go sailing, because of the wind...
It gets cold.
It gets cooler, but...
this was more than we had agreed to.
Well, it just got cold.
Yeah.
And I hadn't started the oven or the stovetop, so the gas wasn't turned on, so we couldn't even turn the gas on to make it warmer. Oh, well. So anyway, yes, we're going to look to see if we can get more of that t-shirt. And then, and I'll be working on my dress, because I really want to, I've always wanted to knit a dress. You know, never mind the fact my figure is probably not one that would best fit the dress. You know, my head is someplace else. So I want to do the dress. So if you can find me another skein of that, that would help a great deal.
Ask Krista.
We can ask Krista. And that is about all the news that's fit to print here, I think.
I think so.
Yes. So we're not here next week.
No, I think we can still.
We may, because we're going to be down with my mom.
We might be able to do
in
it
Alexandria
Saturday instead.
And we're going to go visit Fiberspace in Alexandria.
Which, if you follow Kristy Glass Knits on Instagram, you saw her Instagram story from yesterday when she went to Maryland Sheep and Wool. She went to Fiberspace and bought her very first skein of Miss Babs.
Ooh, is she in for a treat?
Yeah.
So any of you down in that area, let me tell you, Fiberspace is just one of the best places to be. So anyway, we're going to be down there. Our hotel is not very far. God, I'm itchy. And we go there every time we're down. So really can't wait to see what's there. Is it 3 Irish Girls or Hedgehog that they've got?
Hedgehog.
So they've got Hedgehog on it. Take a look at the Hedgehog.
And they just got Wollmeise in.
Yes, they did get Wollmeise in. So I'll have to see what kind of Wollmeise they've got. But I have a thing for Hedgehog and 3 Irish Girls. They just speak to me. I end
up finding something different something different in that I don't have.
Yes.
Every time.
Yes.
Like I found that super sparkly for that sweater that I still haven't made.
I just need to knit faster.
Same.
So anyway,
I need to stop knitting these socks and knit sweaters. Come on now, it's about the same amount of stitches. It's not really.
No, it's not. I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm grumbly. Yeah. I want the socks done.
Okay.
But I only have one sock done. Not even done yet.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
I'm just still very impressed that I'm knitting on them
constantly,
pretty regularly.
And it's gorgeous. It is just gorgeous. Yeah. I don't know of anything else. I mean, we're going to be
down in
Alexandria next weekend, but we will, since we'll be staying together, we can do this.
Yeah.
So that'll work.
And I think we're about to lose the light.
Yes.
So we will see you next week.
We're going to weave in.
Yeah. Weave in our ends.
Weave in our ends, which I've actually done.
And if you want to catch up with us, we're on Instagram as Knitting in Our Jeans.
Yes.
Also, I'm Toolizzforyou, TOOLIZZFORYOU on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I am cpredmor on Instagram and Ravelry. And
she tends to post more to the Knitting in Our Jeans Instagram.
Sorry about that.
That's all good.
And it's like that's where the phone is set up. So
it's all good.
It goes. And the phone takes the pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to come hang out with us there, or if you want to come to our Ravelry group, we'd love to have you.
We do have a Ravelry group. This thing, I'm trying to figure out what to make with it.
Yes, your ombre
gradient.
Yeah.
So it's
green.
400. It's green in the center and blue. And I've got 420 yards.
430.
430 yards. And I don't know what to make out of it other than to just sit here and touch it. Which, it's nice, but it's not really utilitarian. It's lovely. Beautiful. It's alpaca and silk. And any ideas that anybody has about what I should be doing with this, please let me know.
Send them our way.
Yes. I mean, I'll be happy to mix it with other colors. Maybe I need to get solids and do something with this as the yoke. I don't know.
Oh, I just thought of this.
What?
I wanted to show you, this book that I don't own it. But Kristy Glass Knits is doing a book club kind of thing. It's called Knitting for Health and Wellness.
Uh-huh.
And I think it'd be very interesting. I don't know.
We need to turn the light here.
I do. I think we need to get going because we are getting a little long and I just almost tangented us. Took us tangentially?
Yes.
All right. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.